Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Houston Sharpshooters Draft the Glory franchise mode here in NHL 22. So last episode, we took on the Nashville Predators in the second round, and we managed to beat them in 6 games, and it was a pretty close series, not like the first round. But as you can see, we had a couple overtime games, and our offense was still playing pretty good in that round. We won game 1 5-4 in OT, then we lost 7-4. Bounced back with 2 wins, then lost another game that was pretty offensively minded, and then won 4-3 in overtime in Game 6. So our goaltending and defense hasn't been the greatest, but we have been scoring a lot of goals so far in the playoffs. And now we're going to be taking on a pretty good team that has some really good offensive players in the Edmonton Oilers in the conference finals. They are a pretty scary team in a sense, like their forward core. It doesn't look the greatest, I would say, but because of guys dropping off, like McDavid's in 86 now, Draisaitl in 84. But yeah, this team still simulates really good offensively. Because, Connor McDavid's still way over point per game. Draisaitl over point per game. This Holly guy had 71 goals in the regular season. He's got 7 goals in 10 games this playoff run so far. So overall-wise, this is probably going to be pretty tough. Our former player there in Caden Sador on that fourth line. And their defensive core is not as good as ours, I would say, but it has been simulating better than ours, so you can never know really who's better. And then they have Swayman and House as their goaltenders, so should be a very interesting conference finals. And yeah, hopefully we can find a way to shut down their top offensive guns and get ourselves into the conference final, or not the conference finals, the cup finals for the second straight season. That would be really nice. So far, our top 6 has been producing pretty well as well. You can see the depth scoring, but the fourth line and third line have been kind of quiet, so I hope that they play a little bit better defensively in the next 2 rounds, or if we could get to the cup finals. And then, yeah, hopefully our defense can continue playing pretty good in a sense in terms of plus-minus. And then we also need a goaltender to kind of step up and steal the show, because both goalies have been kind of inconsistent. Park was really good in round 1. But Benson basically took over for him most of the time in that second round. So I don't know who's going to be the starting goalie for this playoff round. We're going to start with Park, but if Park loses multiple games, we'll go to Benson, that type of thing. So goaltending might get flip-flopped around a lot in this conference finals. I think I'm also going to flip back Ortiz and Kapitanov just to make it a better chance for Thornton to start scoring more goals, because he was a little bit quiet in the last round, but he was really good in the first round. So we just want our offense to be as consistent as possible. But anyways, let's get into this conference finals against the Oilers and see if we can make it back to the Cup finals. Winner of the series will face either Columbus or Toronto. Columbus does have our former goaltender Soderstrom. In Toronto, I don't think has any former players, but then again, I haven't seen their roster in a while, so I have no idea about that. But here we go, game 1 on the road, because the Edmonton Oilers were the best team in the league in the regular season, so this is going to be probably a pretty tough task. But let's see if we can win this game. First period, we're up 2-0. Let's go. Okay, power play is getting going as well, off the hop. Ortiz scores, Teratukin scores on the power play, so the first line and our top defender scores. That's really good to see that we're off to a good start offensively against a team that's pretty good defensively and also has some good offensive players. Shots are 13-12 in favor of the Oilers, but we're up 2-0. Second period, we're down, or not down, we're tied now at 2. I don't like that. We're not used to playing with the lead really, because the last round or so, we had a lot of games where we came back and won. So we're just not used to being ahead, I guess. And McDavid and Heponiemi score, and it's a 2-2 game. Shots are 26-24 in favor of us, but it's an even game. Can we get the lead here in the third back? Power play opportunity early. We do not convert, but Thornton scores shortly after. Let's go. Borgo ties the game up at 3 for them. Come on, boys. Power play opportunity again for us. We do not convert. Final few minutes here of the third period, and Hawley scores, of course. I wanted to keep that guy off the score sheet, and he scores his 8th goal in 11 games in this playoff run so far. Can we tie this game up late? No, we cannot, and we lose game 1 4-3, and yeah, that's not great. Might have to make some changes again. So Ortiz from Jasklin and Teratukin from Ortiz and Kapitanov, and Thornton from Teratukin and Blackers. So yeah, it seems like still the same type of guys are picking up the points. We need our depth scoring to kind of show up. And this is where we really miss somebody like Morales. And yeah, Park was not good again in that game. So since the first round, Park has been very inconsistent. So I think I'm going to turn to Benson already for next game, because Benson won 3 games in last round. So if Benson can get us back in the series, that'd be really nice. And the Oilers are 7-0 on home ice, so we definitely want to see if we could win a game against them on their home ice. Let's move you back up to the top pair and move Blacker back down. And you know what? We're going to go back to the Kapitanov top line. I just want to get as much offense as I can out of this team. Yeah, I think that's good. So yeah, hopefully we can bounce back with another win. We've been scoring goals, but we have not been playing good defensive hockey, and that's something that we definitely need to play better at, because we were the best defensive team in the league during the regular season. So hopefully we can play a little bit better here in Game 2. Second game of the third round. First period, down 2-0. My God, this team is so bad defensively, it seems like, but we got ourselves to the conference finals. But now we're facing a team that's very offensively minded, so it's very tough to keep them out off the score sheet. Kunin and Heponiemi score on Benson. We're getting outshot 13-5. Can we get our offense going in the second period? Second period, down 3-1. That's not good. Borgo makes it 3-0, but Sidu scores a power play goal, and we're within 2. We're being outshot 19-15. We need to have a third period comeback here if we want to win this game. We've had that happen before, but it's going to be tough against an Oilers team like this. Come on, boys. Let's get that offense going here in the third period. We need to score some goals, or else I'm going to have to make more changes. McDavid makes it 4-1. I honestly don't know if this team stands a chance against the Oilers. They're just too good offensively. 5-2 games. Thornton gets us back on the board again. Yeah, I might have to make some changes. Hopefully we can win 2 games on home ice. But we were 6-0 on the road, and now we are 6-2 as we've lost our first 2 road games to the Oilers. Yeah, it's always the same guys on the score sheet. Like, our bottom 6 has definitely been really quiet. And it would have been better, like I said, if we had Morales still, but his cap hit was too much for us to re-sign him. So I think we're going to go back to Park, and we're going to make some more line changes and make some really weird ones just to try and get this team to get going on that bottom 6, because it has been pretty quiet. So let's see what we could do here. Let's move Pasquale up, move Ortiz down. Even though Ortiz has been really solid so far, I think that's what I'm going to do for one of them. Let's see if Pasquale could get going a little bit. Move Afinosenkov up, move Scuderi down. That gives us chemistry throughout all of our lines, which is good. And defensively, can we do something to get this going a little bit? I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything I could really do. Unless I move Teratukin down, which I'm not going to do that. We could call up Schutz, but I don't think it's worth it. The AHL team, I think, is still in the playoffs as well, so I don't really want to call anybody up. But yeah, goaltending's been kind of inconsistent here. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I could do really for line changes. Tan's face-offs are not really that good. Is there anybody that has better face-offs? Scuderi? Not really. Guess we'll have to keep it like that. You know what? I'm going to try that. Pasquale all the way to the top line. Might as well try it. Gives us a little bit more depth in terms of our chemistry. We'll try that out. A little bit of a drastic change, moving Pasquale all the way up to the top line from the third line. But we need to find a way to get ourselves 2 straight wins and bring this to a tie series, hopefully. Because or else this Edmonton Oilers team is going to be pretty tough to beat otherwise, right? So here we go, game number 3 on home ice. First period, 2-1 Oilers. We just cannot contain their offense. Jääskeläinen scores, which is good to see our top line scoring. But yeah, we just cannot contain the Oilers offense, it seems like right now. And our goaltending is definitely coming back to bite us a little bit, considering we lost Soderstrom last offseason. So it's a 2-1 lead for the Oilers after 1. Shots are 11-7 in favor of them as well. Can we tie this game up in the second? Second period? Yes, we can. Let's go. Teratukin makes it a 2-2 game. And it was 26-15, the shots in favor of the Oilers. So looks like we're definitely having a better defensive game in terms of our goaltending, but we are still giving up a lot of shots in this game. Third period, can we take the lead? Come on, boys. Yes, we can. Ortiz makes it 3-2, but Milstad answers right back. Always when we take the lead, they have an answer rate. For us, they score a shorthanded goal, and it's our former player in Sador. Are you kidding me? Of everybody to score, it has to be a former draft pick of us to give us them the lead, and it's a shorthanded goal. And we are going to tie it back up still. Somehow, Lucic scores a late goal. And we have a power play late, but we do not convert. But Lucic literally might have saved our season right there if we could win this game. It's a 4-4 game. The shots are 31-27 in favor of the Oilers. If we win this game, it's a 2-1 series. If we lose this game, we're down 0-3, and then we have to win 4 straight, which is kind of scary. Come on, boys. OT underway. Can we win it? No, we cannot. Connor McDavid scores, and we got to win 4 straight games in order to win the series. I mean, this team is used to coming back in games, but I don't think we can come back from an 0-3 deficit, especially against Connor McDavid. That was a crazy game. Screw you, Sador. Why did you score a shorthanded goal against us? That was only his second in the playoffs as well. But Jaskline from Pasquale, Teratukin from Scuderi and Forster, Ortiz from Afanasenkov and Forster, and Lucic from Petain and Scuderi. Sador gets first start because he had 2 points. I wish I would have been able to re-sign him. But I probably could have re-signed him, but I don't know if I would have had to overpay to get him or not. But we're down 0-3 to the Oilers. We've been playing terrible defensive hockey. We've been scoring a decent amount of goals still, but we just can't keep the puck out in the net. And yeah, we're down 0-3. We need to win 4 straight games if we want to go to the Cup Finals again. Come on, boys. We just need 4 wins in a row. I know it's tough, but we got to find a way to do so. Who do we want to go for their goaltending? Do we want to go back to Park again? Because Park has still been very inconsistent. His stats have dropped off a lot. Let's go to Benson, because he's the future pretty much of this team. And let's make some random line adjustments. Go Kapitanov up. We'll keep this. Yeah, we'll put Pasquale on the second unit instead. Lucic is defensively minded. Okay. Scuderi's more offensive. Afanasenkov's offensive. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try that. Afanasenkov all the way up to the second line. This guy scored a lot of goals when he played in the regular season with limited ice time. Let's see if he can get going here. And then defensively, we really can't change anything with our defensive core without it breaking. So, let's rely on this. A little bit of line changes. See if Afanasenkov can become that elite sniper that it seems like he was in the regular season where he had 19 goals. So, we got to win 4 straight games against a tough offensive team. Let's start it off with a nice win here on home ice if we can. Come on, boys. Real-time simulation since it's an elimination game. Let's see if we can get back in the series. We need our guys to start stepping up. Like, I mean, we've been scoring goals. It's just more about keeping the puck in the net, out of the net and getting our goaltending going. Jaskline scored, but McDavid answers right back. See, that's always the thing with the Oilers is we score goals and then they just answer right back no matter what happens, it seems like. Like, we don't have an answer for their offense. It's 1-1 after 1. Shots are 15-11 in favor of them, so they're getting a ton of chances in that first period. Benson kind of kept us in the game in a sense after the first period. Second period, can we get the lead? Come on, boys. It's do or die. Yes, we can. Jaskline scores. Let's go. Jaskline has always been a really good playoff player. I'm still glad that I signed him up for another 6 years after this, technically. Come on, boys. Hold on to that lead. Let's get some insurance if we can. And we have a 2-1 lead going into the third. We're being outshot 24-19. Let's see what happens in this third period. This might be our last period of the season. Let's see if we could take a 3-1 lead on this game and get back in the series. 3-1 too as well. That would be nice. Power play opportunity. We do not convert. Penalty kill. We score a shorthanded goal. Let's go Gene Thornton. So they scored a shorthanded goal against us last game, but we get one in this game. It's a 3-1 game, and it's going to be a 3-1 series lead now for the Oilers. So we are within 2 games of tying the series up now. Let's hope that it keeps on going on. I almost said Maskalainen because of McDavid, but Jaskline from Sedin and Hedman, and then Jaskline from Thornton and Afanasenkov, and Thornton from Petain and Hedman. Interesting. Yeah, really good performance from Benson. I think I'm going to keep with him just because he was really good in this game. And yeah, hopefully he's the answer to beating the Oilers. I don't know if he will be, but we're down 3-1 in the series, so we still need to win 3 more games in a row if we want to win this series. Not going to make any more line changes. Let's keep on rolling with the same team as last game. See if we can keep on playing good defensively like we did last game, get our offense going more. Come on, boys. There we go. An early goal from Chad Burns, and Burns scores again. Okay. Good to see that top line, or second line actually get going. Seems like Burns is playing good with Afinosenkov up there. McDavid scores again. See, they always seem to have an answer for our offense, which is really annoying. And we're going to be up 2-1 after 1. Shots are 12-9 in favor of us as Burns has both of our goals. Let's just see if we can add some more insurance to this lead that we have here. Come on, boys. Come on. Power play opportunity. We can't convert. Come on. Final 10 minutes here of the second period. Still up by 1 goal. We need some more insurance, please, because I do not feel safe with a 1-goal lead. And Zach Burrows ties the game at 2 late in the second period. That's not good. So we were up 2-0, but now it's a 2-2 game. Shots are 21-18 in favor of us. We need a hero here in this third period. Let's call on Jääskeläinen. I don't know if he's our captain or what yet, but let's see what happens in this third period. Power play opportunity early in the third. It's a long power play. Come on, boys. We do not convert. Come on, guys. We need a hero here. Come on, boys. Final 5 minutes of this third period. Penalty kill late in this game, and we managed to kill it off just barely. And we're going to overtime here in game number 5. Oh, this is scary. Shots are 31-30 in favor of us. It's a 2-2 game. 1 goal against, and we are eliminated. 1 goal for, and we are still alive. Who do we want to call upon? I don't really know. Anybody on our team, please score. Let's stay alive, please. Jääskeläinen. No, it's going to be an Oiler. It's Vikingstad. And we are eliminated in the conference finals after what was kind of an improbable year. And we lose to the Edmonton Oilers, who finished as the best team in the league. We had a 2-0 lead in this one, but we blew it. Second line did all the offense in that game, and both those goals were really close apart as well. God damn, that really sucks. Out in the conference finals. I thought this team could have maybe got back to the Cup finals, but the Edmonton Oilers are just too good of an offensive team, and our goaltending wasn't good enough. Benson was really solid. Park kind of dropped the ball in the last 2 rounds, but that really sucks. If we would have had Soderstrom, maybe we would have gotten farther, but I didn't really think we could keep him with our cap situation. But hey, at least we got to a conference finals, but that might cheat us out of getting a very good player for this year's draft, which I don't even know really what the draft class looks like right now. So let's take a look at our player stats throughout the playoffs, and then we'll sum up to the awards. And I think that will be it for this episode. So yeah, Jääskeläinen and Burns both over point per game. Ortiz was really good. Patana was solid. Pasquale was not really that great. Thornton was really good. Sidu was really good. Forster was good. Lucic was okay. Kapitanov was really good. Afinosenkov really stepped up after being put onto the second line, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then Scuderi was kind of quiet in a -5. Defensively, we got some good production from most of our defensemen. Hertukum was the only -1. And then goaltending, yeah, was very inconsistent. So hopefully one of these 2 goalies gets a lot of growth this offseason and it helps us out next year. But as you can see, most of the guys that have contracts up for renewal were the better players this season, which means we might end up losing one of them. At least Burns has RFA rights, but Thornton's contract's done. Kapitanov, Sidu. I don't know if Ortiz's contract is over, is it? Yeah, it is. So yeah, there's a lot of guys that are going to be demanding a good amount of money this offseason, which is kind of scary, considering we didn't win a Stanley Cup, and now we might lose more players this offseason. Columbus is also 1 win away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals, which means Soderstrom is potentially on the cusp of getting to a chance to win a Stanley Cup with another team. Just what I wanted to see. I mean, I don't mind if he wins a cup, but it still kind of sucks if that is the case. Let's re-sign ourselves back in Houston. There we go. And the Edmonton Oilers are going to win the Cup. Damn, so Soderstrom might have lost in the Cup Finals for the second straight year. But we do lose to the best team in the NHL. And yep, they swept the Columbus Blue Jackets. So Soderstrom got all the way to the Cup Finals, but couldn't win against the Oilers. So even if we would have had Soderstrom, I don't know if it would have made a difference. I'm curious on his stat line for Soderstrom. Yeah, he was a starter in that playoff run. He was pretty good to an extent. That goals against is a little bit high. I don't know if he would have been better with us in terms of playing against the Oilers or not. Okay, so that was that. Did we actually see that, all the awards yet? Or did it pop up yet? Yeah, must have. Okay, let's take a look at all the awards. So, the Stanley Cup champions, the Edmonton Oilers. So, we lose to the best team in the NHL for the last 2 seasons, which really sucks. Edmonton won the President's Trophy, and it was Edmonton-Columbus in the Cup Finals. Individual awards, the Art Ross going to Connor McDavid, same with the Hart. Brandstrom wins to Norris in Toronto, which is kind of weird. Lady Byng went to McDavid. Tikhonov wins to Calder for Nashville. Conn Smythe went to Connor McDavid. Yeah, not a surprise. Sjogard won the Vezina. Interesting. For Detroit. Yeah, we got the Jennings with our 2 young goalies in Park and Benson, but both of them could not get it done in the playoffs, which is not great. Keane is going to win the Masterton for St. Louis. The Jack Adams goes to New Jersey's coach. And Jääskeläinen wins his 4th straight Selke trophy. I really liked Jääskeläinen. It just really sucks that we haven't got him a cup yet, because he definitely deserves one. He's just such a good defensive player to win 4 straight Selkes. And yeah, McDavid wins to Lindsay, and of course Hawley's going to win the Richard with the 71-goal season he had. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the awards. Not a surprise on most of them. Okay, let's continue the sim up until the off season so we can take a look at the draft and all that stuff. And that'll be it for this episode. But it really sucks to lose in the conference finals, but it was a better year than I expected, to be honest. So the Rangers got the 1st overall pick, the Canucks 2nd, Vegas 3rd, Arizona and Florida are 4th and 5th. Interesting. Let's take a look at the retirements, I guess. Yep, retirements. Any big retirements this year? Connor McDavid retires as a Cup champion, and Leon Draisaitl. Both of them retired the same year. See, if these guys would have retired last year, we would have maybe had the chance to win the Cup. But both of them played for another year, and they both ended up retiring. Oh, that really sucks. Yeah, really good career from Connor McDavid. 219 points in the 179 playoff games. Jeez. Almost 2,000 points as well. Draisaitl was really good as well. Had a really good playoff run. Oh, that really sucks. Nathan McKinnon also retires. Yeah, Austin Matthews. Damn, this is a really big retirement class in terms of skill, talent, level. Interesting. Goalie-wise, UC Saros is the best, and Alexander Georgiev. So not really any big goalies to retire. It's interesting. Let's take a look at our retirements if we lost anybody, which I don't think we did. No, we did not. Okay. Perfect. And that is good. We did lose our head coach. Are you kidding me? Mario Houle, I think, is our head coach. So we literally just lost our coach after losing in the conference finals. This guy literally was their coach for only a couple seasons. He got us to a Cup Finals and to a Conference Finals. And he's going to just hang up his boots. That is a huge hit to us. Because now we're going to have to find another really good coach. Wow. I'm pretty sure that was our head coach, right? You got to make sure on that front. But we have to find ourselves a new head coach. And yep, that was our head coach. Wow. That was a big slap in the face. Houle deserved to get a cup because of how good of a coach he was for his team, but wow. That is not good. Let's take a look at the progress reports and contracts, and then we'll take a look at the draft class, and that'll be it. So, a lot of statistical growth. Benson got a lot of natural growth. That's really good to see. I don't think he has those X factors. Yeah, he definitely doesn't because those are from forward ones, but Benson's a legitimate starting goaltender, which is good. Because we definitely need that if we're going to be a better team. A lot of these guys' contracts are up, so Benson might demand a decent amount of money. What do we got in the AHL for growth? Fanisenkov, who is in our lineup. Jacobs is getting closer. Volchenkov still is not really getting much growth. Whoever told me to take the high top 9, he is not growing. Which is kind of scary. We do have some good progress, though, in terms of some of our prospects. Let's take a look at that contract situation right now, because it is definitely going to be tough to re-sign all these guys. So, Sam Sidhu is trying to get $13 million right now. I don't know if he's going to get that. Probably not. Thornton, I would definitely really like to bring back, but if his asking price is over $14 million, it's kind of questionable. Kapitanov, trying to get $13 million right now. Hopefully a lot of these asking prices come down. Burns trying to get $12 million. Holy crap. Forster, $5 million is kind of expensive as well for that bottom 6. $8 million from Blacker. What the heck is this? Everybody's asking for a lot of money. Ortiz wants 7.5 and he's a UFA. Yeah, our team might go through a rebuild this offseason, to be honest. Because I really don't know if I'm going to be able to afford a lot of these guys. Yikes. Like, Benson is going to demand $7 million as well after one really good season. But yeah, hopefully the asking prices come down. Park at least is relatively cheap. But yeah, everybody else is very expensive right now. Final thing, let's take a look at that draft class and see what is out there. Where are we actually going to be drafting? I want to know that. Draft board. Let's see what we got here. Projected picks. We have the 30th overall pick, which is not good. We're not going to get anything really good there. Probably. Unless there's a random low lead steal. Let's see what we got here. Larry Saunders, we know nothing about. Kinzen looks okay-ish. Roy Wyman, don't know anything about him. Shanahan, who the scouts recommend. Will Hunter, doesn't look great, but 4 years out. Ew, this draft class doesn't look really that good either. Our team might be slapped in the face completely, losing our coach. A weak draft class ahead of us potentially. Except for this Lou Wharton guy, looks good and he's 2 years out, so I think he might be our pick because he's a centerman as well. We definitely could use centers, so he might definitely be the option we go with for sure. Let's sort by potential. Any low elites or late medium elites. There's a medium elite goalie, a Daryl goalie, and he's a goalie. I gotta pin him. A goalie with the last name goalie. I have not seen that happen yet. I've seen Fords with the last name goalie, but that is funny. Daryl goalie, the goalie. That might be a goalie of the future, literally. What else we got here? Erskine, maybe 2 years out. I don't know. I'll pin him in case. This guy might be interesting. He's listed as a gem. Some more goalies. Yeah, this is a very... It looks like a very weak draft class, to be honest. But I could be wrong. Maybe there'll be some low lead steals for us to help us out. But right now wise, I am not thinking this draft class is going to be that good. Ooh. There's a defenseman, Morgan Griffin, 19 years of age, who looks like he has some good stats. Except for skating wise and defense. So might be a pure offensive defenseman. So that is that. And I think that's it. Yeah, okay. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Houston Sharpshooters Draft Glory franchise mode. So once again, sucks that we did not get another Stanley Cup and to lose our head coach, both in the same season. Now it comes to a very tough off season where we have to try and find a way to kind of keep this team together, or maybe go through a little bit of a mini retool and keep some of the core pieces together like Gene Thornton and whatnot. So let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.